World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day. This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Russia and Ukraine have agreed to a naval ceasefire in the Black Sea in separate deals with the United States after 2 days of peace talks in Saudi Arabia. The BBC reported that Washington said all parties would continue working toward a durable and lasting peace in statements announcing the agreements, which would reopen an important trade route. According to the White House, they have also committed to develop measures to implement a previously agreed ban on attacking each other's energy infrastructure. However, the Kremlin said the Black Sea ceasefire would not take effect until sanctions were lifted from Russian banks, producers, and exporters involved in the international food and fertilizer trades. The measures demanded by Russia include reconnecting the banks concerned to the SWIFT payment system, lifting restrictions on servicing ships under the Russian flag involved in the food trade, and on the supply of agricultural machinery and other goods needed for the production of food. In other news overseas, a report by United States intelligence agency said China remains the US's top military and cyber threat, making steady but uneven progress on capabilities it could use to capture Taiwan. Reuters reported that the annual threat assessment by the intelligence community said China has the ability to hit the United States with conventional weapons, compromise U.S. infrastructure through cyber attacks, and target its assets in space, seeking to displace the U.S. as the top AI power by the year 2030. Russia, Iran, North Korea, and China have sought to challenge the U.S. through deliberate campaigns to gain an advantage, with Moscow's war in Ukraine, the report said, having afforded it a wealth of lessons regarding combat against Western weapons and intelligence in a large-scale war. Released ahead of testimony before the Senate Intelligence Committee by U.S. President Donald Trump's intelligence chiefs, the report also noted the Chinese People's Liberation Army, or PLA, likely planned to use large language models to create fake news, imitate personas, and enable attack networks. It could be recalled that Trump has increased tariffs on all Chinese imports by 20% to punish Beijing for what he says is its failure to halt shipments of fentanyl chemicals. And finally, a court in Japan has ordered the disbandment of the controversial Unification Church, which came under scrutiny after the shock killing of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in the year 2022. The BBC reported that the alleged assassin had confessed that he held a grievance against Abe because of the ex-leader's ties with the church. The Japanese Education and Culture Ministry sought the church's dissolution and accused it of manipulating followers into making huge donations and other financial sacrifices. However, the church, more popularly known as the Moonies, argued that the donations were part of legitimate religious activities. The Unification Church, which was started in South Korea, has established a presence in Japan since the 1960s. The name Moonies was derived from the name of its founder, Sun Myung Moon. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5 for Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.